Hello, good morning, and welcome to this Dawn Busters Challenge. We have two gold tequilas, both introduced in the 20th century. This is Montezuma Aztec Gold, introduced in 1974. Aztec Gold Tequila, produced at NOM 1142 and bottled in Illinois by Barton Imports, now owned by Sazerac for the last 12 years. Aztec Gold Montezuma Margarita. The Montezuma Margarita recipe is on the back. I won't read it. This will run $9 to $10 a bottle. $9 to $10 for a 750 milliliter bottle. Here we have Juarez Tequila Gold, about the same price, but I have a liter and I only paid $7.99. Thank you, Matherns. Encho and Mexico Juarez Tequila Gold. It's produced at NOM 1143. Bottled in Missouri by Luxco. They also make a tequila silver. They make two gold and silver tequila liqueurs, and they make a triple sec. All right. There's the NOM number on the side, 1142, and the Aztec symbol. Now, there were some old, back when Barton was independent, there were some old magazine ads about this, and it was all about the history of Montezuma, the history of the Aztecs, and stuff like that. And they had contests you could enter, like Montezuma Gold contest to win various prizes, I noticed. Now, this one is very common in Louisiana. Now, Juarez is not common. When I saw it at Matherns, that was the first and only time I ever saw it, to my knowledge. Montezuma, pretty much any liquor outlet in Louisiana, meaning grocery stores, convenience stores, or actual liquor stores like Jams Bottled Up. Here, Bottles Up. They're going to have Montezuma. All right? It's just a common product. It's not a high grade, really, tequila. That's why it's $9 or $10 a bottle. But it's, it sells as a mixer. These are both mixtos, meaning they're at least 51% agave, blue agave, but they could be up to 49% filler, like meaning cane sugar, or sugar water. Liam Gillespie says, do you enjoy J&B Scotch? Yes, I sure do. Let me go rinse my hair. I like J&B. Justerini and Brooks is good, and I'd like to try to find their J&B 12-year age and the J&B 15-year age. I saw it on the website, but never seen them in a store. Well, these are both the same color, grayish gold, very pale. Do they have coloring added? Well, with these two, it seems unlikely. They're so pale, probably just aged about a year, and it gets that yellow tint from the barrel. But they could be aged. They could be colored, but it doesn't. All I'm saying is, doesn't appear to be the case. Nice uniform alcohol legs. They're thinner on the Juarez and wider, more spaced on the Montezuma Gold, Aztec Gold. When I did a video review for Montezuma Gold and Silver, I didn't see many other video reviews. There was a handful going back 15 years, but no more than like 2, maybe 3, and they were favorable, if I remember. All right. So this is the 9th day of Christmas, January 2nd, 2022. You can drive down to the lower Ninth Ward. I've driven down to the lower Ninth Ward, New Orleans. I ate by your mama's. We walked on by the 17th Street Canal, drank a 6-pack of Dixie, ate 5 onion rings. I said, stop before you drive me nuts. We got 3 French breads and a 2 Jacks recipe for the crawfish they caught in Arabi. All right. Now this one smells more brilliant agave nectar, like more pungent and aromatic agave nectar with yeast, you know. This one has more like what is that aroma? I'm trying to think, like lemon. That's crazy, huh? But that's what it smells like, some kind of lemon. I don't know, it's probably just a confusion, but it smells a little strange. That must be the Montezuma Gold, Aztec Gold. Let's go with the taste. Cheers. So price the same, $9 to $10 for a regular size bottle. Availability depends on your area. These things tend to be regional. Spicy, peppery. The agave nectar. Do I love the agave nectar taste? Not necessarily. I don't hate it. I don't love it. Do I love tequila? Not really. I mean, I can taste it. I mean, I taste them, you know, try them. Tequila, mezcal is not really my preference, but I mean, it's not bad. I never wanted to try tequila because I thought it would just taste nasty. I don't know why. I just had this like fear. I don't want to try it. It's going to be nasty. So finally, I tried it at a liquor store on Louisiana. It was a convenience store, but it's really a liquor store on Louisiana Highway 48 eastbound in River Ridge, Louisiana. It's called River Ridge Market. I was in there, and a lady was giving samples of Avion, a much higher grade product than these. And I tasted it, and I said, wow, it tastes like smoked bell pepper to me. So I said, yeah, I could get into tequila as far as tasting it. I don't know if I'd get into as far as loving it or really having a craving for it, but to taste it and find it's an interesting product, yes. These don't taste the same at all. This one here has this lemony, almost citrus flavor. It's wood, like a lot of oak barrel. Not charred oak, really, just oak. No smoky bell pepper. No smokiness. So I think it's the Montezuma. I don't know. Montezuma Gold might be trying to have more of a flatter taste. Now, there's one that Sazerac makes that's always priced about $15 a bottle. Dorado. I see it everywhere, but I never bought it because I didn't want to pay the extra money for some product I know nothing about. But apparently it's popular because all the stores sell it. Discount Depot, International Market, Martin Wine and Spirits, I think, sells it. Zapardo's, Winn-Dixie. I don't guess Matern, but Matern's is smaller. You know, they have space for so much. Dorado. I'm not going to buy them though, because I'm never going to get to the really well-known tequilas. So yeah, I could get, you know, I could get the tostada, I think it's called tequila. the Dorada, and all of these. But my next one I'm going to do is Sauza. Sauza Silver and Sauza Gold, a really famous company, the Juarez family. Because there'd be more interest in that. I mean, yeah, I personally am interested in trying the ones I just talked about, but that doesn't mean any viewers care to see that, you know. So, and then we'll go to Jose Cuervo and the Margaritaville, and well, you know, all the tequila, the ones everybody knows about. And I think people will like that a lot more, and I probably will too. Patron, you know what I'm talking about. Now, as far as mezcal, I don't guess there's any brands that everybody knows about because mezcal is more of a niche thing. You see it around, people walk around it and go to something else generally. But I saw a lot of good prices over there at Martin Wine and Spirits. I saw quite a few at $22, $24 a bottle, and I thought that's where I'm going next. I did buy one for $27.99. The Union mezcal. It's a union of 7 different families that grow mezcal, that produce mezcal. None of them were big enough to really have their own company, according to the website. So they teamed up and made a company, kind of like Land of Lakes that does the butter. It's a cooperative of different dairy farms up in Minnesota. I, I, they make good products, and they prejudice people. You know, they prejudice because they took the Indian girl off their label. Now it's just a lake. So I guess they thought they were too good for her. Like she wasn't good enough for their labels after all these years. So it's very disrespectful. But I don't buy their stuff anyway. I just get like the store brand Food Club butter. It tastes good to me. It tastes like butter, and it's just a blue and white, orange and white package. You know, no worrying about the company being prejudiced against American Indians. Like the Washington football team, so prejudiced, you know, against the American Indian people. Because they used to favor them by putting the very dignified face on the helmet, a tough looking guy showing the strength of the Indians, the heritage, the fighting spirit. Now it was like, oh, you're not good enough for our team. We want something better, something that white people would appreciate. It's insulting, you know. But anyway, these these are interesting. Well, in my opinion, it's just my opinion. I think the Juarez is better. It doesn't have this weird yeasty kind of sour taste. The Montezuma goes like a sour taste, like celery almost. I didn't notice that before, but you know, remember I said if you do a liquor, it'll taste a certain way. Then if you put it up against liquor B and C and then D, E, F, and G, it'll taste different every time. They bring out different characteristics in each other. That's why you want to do it blind. I've said it 1,000,001 times to people. You should do a blind taste test. Some of the video review people that I've mentioned that to seem like they got hostile when I said that. All I said was I think a blind taste test would be even better. You know, oh, they got offended or defensive. And I'm thinking, why would you get defensive about an idea that's a good idea that would help your channel? You know, it's strange. But people are strange. People are strange. When you're a stranger. The winner today, Juarez. And it is the Juarez. Ha 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 ha. I'm getting a taste for it now. But the only downside with that is now that I've gotten a taste for it, I've run out of tequilas. Oh, well, for this tournament. Now I have the Sauza Silva and the Sauza Gold. But that's not till we come back around the bend for the next tequila showdown. But anyhow, I am starting to remember. In my mind, I'll know that that's the Juarez in the future by the strong peppery bell pepper. Black pepper and bell pepper. Yes, yes. Then it's Montezuma. I just have to remember celery and sourness. I don't know. I can't say it's a bad flavor. It just seems improper or something unusual. Like why is it tasting like this? So if I had a choice to buy one or the other, I'll go with Juarez. It's the winner. Now, if anybody wants to know what's coming up next, I'll show you. It's a mezcal, and I haven't done the solo review yet. And I've already done the Monday slot, so that's not going to happen. Monday's already done in a previous week. So I need to do a solo review. I could do that for the Wednesday slot and then start doing taste challenges Tuesday. The only problem is the solo review is going to get posted after the taste challenges. And that's no big deal because most people could care less about the La Hita mezcal anyway. You know what I mean? Like the people don't care about mezcal. Probably 99% of the viewers on my channel don't care about mezcal to start with. Furthermore, they don't care about La Hita, which they never heard of. So it would be just like immaterial, but I'm going to do it. So I plan on doing a solo review, getting that in my archives, then starting Tuesday for Tuesday, doing the La Hita versus Ryu mezcal, Ryu Bal, whatever that means. Then going up against oh no, you know what I'm going to do first? Not the Ryu, the older product, the one from 1977, the Monte Alban, one of the top selling mezcals in America. Didn't say it was the best, just probably the number one selling. It's like a party bottle with the worm, it's like a party thing. But so we'll do the La Hita versus Monte Alban on Tuesday. And they also make Monte Alban tequila, silver and gold. Yeah, I guess I could bring those in because that's a pretty well-known product. I should bring those in. Yeah, it's a well-known product. Then Thursday, La Hita versus the Ryu. Then Friday, La Hita versus the Sombra Joven. Yeah, that's a dynamite product. And then that'll put that to rest until the next time around because I'm building up my mezcal stocks. And then we're going to go to something that's going to probably garner a lot more interest, which is rye whiskey. You heard me right, rye. And I have Hunter Rye, Canadian Hunter Rye. You say, well, that should be under the Canadian whiskey tournament. No, because it's 90 proof and it's a rye whiskey. American rye whiskey and Canadian rye whiskey, I don't find they taste much different one from another. So I lumped them together as rye whiskeys. And it's going to be Canadian Hunter, Canadian Hunter S. Thompson, Hunter Rye, Hunter S. Thompson Rye versus all the other rye whiskeys. The Jack Daniels Rye, the Woodford Reserve Rye, the Sazerac Rye, and so forth. The other ones that I have, Old Overhault, new label, the black and red cap. Oh yeah, those are gonna be great. And then even more excitement, the one that's always the most popular, the bourbons. I have a bourbon from Brooklyn, New York City, New York. Thank you, David Garlapede. He gave me the Kings County peated bourbon. Now, I never had a peated bourbon in my life. Well, in fact, until he gave it to me, I never heard of such a thing. I never even heard of it. Aged 2 long years. That's a laugh, huh? Aged 2 years. But anyway, it might be really good. So it's in that medicine bottle looking thing. So the bourbon is going to be just a month full of excitement. You know that. It'll be carnival time. I'm going to be doing it during carnival time. Now, then Then we go to American blended whiskey, and I did this for Beer Hound. He kept badgering me, Bill Beer Hound's beer reviews, to do Julius Kessler American blended whiskey, one of the famous American blended whiskeys. In fact, the second best selling. I said, okay, Beer Hound, it's only $12.99 for the big handle. I'll buy it. I already done it in the small bottle, but I'll do it for you. Julius Kessler. It'll probably win most of the taste challenges because it's a higher percentage of straight bourbon. Julius Kessler is like 28%, 27 and point something percent straight bourbon. Probably Jim Beam 2-year age, but whatever. Maybe Jim Beam 3-year age. I have to check. But it's cool. Julius Kessler got bought out by Jim Beam Company so many years ago. All right, y'all have a good Sunday. Make sure you don't miss the New Orleans Saints game at 3:25 Central. Most people are saying, ain't nobody interested in that. The Saints and the Panthers, or the Saints and the Falcons, these crummy NFL South teams, NFC, National Football Conference South team. Well, there's a handful of people that are interested in it. Can the Saints make the playoffs? Well, it's possible. And if they win the next 2 games, it'll be almost certain. But if they lose one of the next 2, then it's probably very unlikely. And Ohio State and Utah went down to the wire. They played a game where they both agreed that they would not use any defense. They would just let each other score at will, and then whoever got the ball at the very end of the game could score, which Ohio State kicked a field goal and they won. So it's an interesting concept for the Rose Bowl. Neither team use defense. And if you say, oh, you mean like the NBA, the National Basketball Association, or as I call it, not basketball actually, where they just run up and down the court, nobody tries to defend. They go, ooh, 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 and they do that. And then in 48 minutes, the clock runs out, and then somebody wins because they scored more baskets. Great sport. Great sport. Takes a lot of intellectual ability to understand that sport. All right, thanks for watching, everybody.